In week 2, we will be learning about basic hand tools such as screwdrivers, plier, tweezers, steel rule, scriber, hammer, hacksaw, drilling machine, files, and mallet. A craftsman requires tools to carry out his job. Screwdriver is a tool which is used to install, remove, tighten, or loosen screws. The dimensions of blade lengths and tip widths are measured in milliliters. The various parts of the screwdriver can be seen in the diagram. Pliers are tools used for cutting, twisting, holding, pulling, and turning small diameter wires, parts, and components. Types of pliers. Diagonal cutting plier is used for cutting small diameter wires and cables, removing insulation from cables and cords, and removing cotter pins. End cutting plier is used to cut small diameter wires, pins, nails, and to remove nails from the wood. Flat nose cutting plier is used for shaping small pieces of metals. Round nose cutting plier is used to form curves in wires and metal strips. Long nose cutting plier is used to hold small parts and adjust wires. They have straight and curved jaws. Combination plier is used to hold parts and twist wires. The side cutters are used to cut wires and cables, and joint cutters for shearing of steel wires. The prongs of the jaws are inserted into the holes of the circlip that will expand the circlip, which then moved onto the workpiece. Circlip plier. On applying pressure on the handles, the jaws will compress the circlip, which can then be moved from the workpiece. Tweezers and steel rule. Tweezers are used to hold lightweight parts and thin wires. Steel rule is a measuring tool for measuring and drawing the length of straight lines. Scriber and hammer. A pointed tool made of steel and carbon steel. Scribers are used to mark lines on the surfaces where pencil marking cannot be used. Hammer is a hand tool used for striking purposes like punching, bending, straightening, chipping, forging, and riveting. Hacksaw. A hacksaw is used to cut metallic sheets, slots, and contours. Of hacksaw frames. First, bolt frame. In bolt frame, the frame width is fixed and cannot be altered. Second, adjustable frame. Here the frame is made of flat metal and can be adjusted. Third, tubular is made of tubular metal and can be adjusted. Fourth, hacksaw blades. A thin and narrow band with teeth and two pin holes at the ends. These blades are made of low alloy steel or high speed steel. Punch. A punch is a tool used to make punch marks or light depressions before drilling. Center punch makes an angle of 90 degrees and prick punch makes an angle of 30 to 60 degrees. Drilling is a process of making straight holes in materials. To drill holes, a machine known as drilling machine is used. The drilling machine can be manually driven or electrically driven. Shank is that portion of the drill which is held and driven by drilling machine. File. File is a cutting tool to remove small quantities of excess materials from the workpiece. It comes in multiple cutting edges used for filing different materials. The different parts of the file can be seen in the diagram. There are 4 types of cuts: single cut, double cut, rasp cut, and curved cut.
Files. Filing is one of the method for removing excess material from the workpiece by using file, which act as a cutting tool. First, we will see the file. What is meant by file? File is a multi-point and cutting tool. What is the use of file? File which is used to remove the excess material from workpiece. It will remove the very tiny particles, small particles like that will remove the material. What is the use of this file? Number 1, we will remove the excess material from the workpiece. Number 2, we will get the desired amount of surface finish. We will get the maximum amount of surface finish also. And also we will get the different profiles. By using file, we will get the different profile also. Parts of file. There are so many parts available in file, namely tip or point, face or side, edge, heel, shoulder, tank, handle, ferrule. Let us see one by one. The first one, tip or point. This is the end opposite to the tank part. In this tip or point, there is no teeth on it which is having sharp edge in order to remove the scales from the workpiece. Number 2, face or side. The broad part of file with the teeth cut on its surface. Number 3, edge. The thin part of the file with a single row of parallel teeth, that is called edge. Heel. The portion of the broad part without teeth. Shoulder. The curved part of the file separating tank from the body. Tank. The narrow and thin part of a file which fits into the handle. Handle. The part fitted to the tank for holding the file. The handle generally made out of wood. So, wood or fiber like that. So, in order to easy to holding and also observe the vibration, they will be using wooden or fiber handle. Ferrule. A protective metal ring to prevent cracking of the handle. Material. Generally, files are made of high carbon steel or high grade cast steel. The body portion is hardened and also tempered. The tank portion is, however, not hardened.
Metal sheet and mallet. Sheet metal industries use large quantities of steel rolled into sheets of various thicknesses. Metal sheets are made of stainless steel, zinc, copper, aluminium, tin, brass, and galvanized iron. A mallet is used for striking while bending sheet metals. A snip is a cutting tool for cutting thin sheet of metal. Precautions before using tools. First, before working with electrical appliances, they have to be disconnected from the electrical supply. 2. Before using hammer, ensure there are no cracks in the handle. It is properly fitted and free from grease. Third, if the file pointed part is not covered by handle, it can damage your hand or wrist. Fourth, in a hacksaw, the blade teeth should point away from the handle and the blade should be fastened tightly in the frame. Thank you. We have now reached the end of week 2.